Hello, and welcome to HeartBridge Solutions, where I have 3 levels of potential solutions to offer to humanity at this time: Clear Life, Health Coaching and Clearing Sessions, Plasma Water Solutions, and Homestead Solutions. Hello, I'm Heather Bryant, and I wanted to do a little quick video just to give you an introduction to what I do here and why I do it. Please see my other video about my background and training and what has brought me to this point. In this video, I will get a little more into the reasoning behind the clearings and what it is that we are clearing. So, when I work with people during a life coaching session, it's a product of many similar concepts working together. I use all the tools I have at my disposal, my toolbox, to tease out what the seed reason or programs are that are causing a state of disease or disharmony, and then quickly clear them. I was told by one of my mentors that on my multidimensional self level, I am what would be considered a restructurer. Try to say that fast. As I covered in my other videos, prior to our session, I will do a prep to work for us both to ensure that we are both in a clear, coherent, and safe space to do the session with as much ease and grace as possible. See other videos for details on the prep to work process and the flow of sessions. The prep to work in and of itself, as you can see, is a great service to reset, educate, and balance a person. During a session, I connect with our high selves and the Akashic records via the tool of my pendulum and my own intuition. During a session, I use a series of charts to delve into the research and clearing. I'll do another video on that whole process and the difference between the basic clearing and a specific issue session. What am I doing here? What is my concept of the methodology of the clearing sessions and research? For this video, I would like to share with you my current concept of why these sessions are so beneficial at this time. I want to bring in here one of the charts that I used prior to the session. I use it to see where you are starting at, and again at the end to see what progress was made. There are a lot of similar lists of the levels of emotions, the perceptual lenses that you can be looking at life through. This one I find super useful. It was done by Dr. David Hawkins. He called it the map of consciousness or levels of consciousness. It's from his book Power Over Force. Of course, we would all prefer to hang out in the upper ends of this spectrum, where there are, love, peace, joy, and we do that pretty well most of the time. But then life happens. At some point, something or someone triggers you, and then unless you're able to maintain that observer mode, you notice a quick fall into the lower realms of this chart. An emotion comes up from 175 on down, and you find yourself in a tizzy of emotion saying to yourself, "My friend thinks I'm not good enough." Then you find yourself blaming the whole incident on the poor friend who may or may not have looked at you funny. Then that friend who is with you is like, "Geez, I didn't say or mean that." But you have already convinced yourself otherwise. Now let's push the pause button here on this scenario. Why does that happen? When you look back on it, you realize that your reaction was way, way out of proportion to what just happened. Maybe. Why? Your reaction may have had absolutely nothing to do with the friend. It's more likely that it's about what came up for you in that moment, the untruth you were telling yourself. A lie doesn't go over well with the emotional body or your spirit, and it says, "Oh no, that's not accurate," and gives you a rush of emotions, tears, anger, etc. And the farther from the truth of who you are, which is a perfect status, the farther from that you are, the bigger the reaction. You will say, "My friend thinks I'm not good enough," but in reality that statement is coming from within you. "I am not good enough" is something you believed and accepted as truth some time back and stored it in your subconscious mind until you were ready to look at it again. Hopefully, now from a clearer, more evolved state of yourself, If not, no worries. Your life will keep giving you more chances to experience this scenario over and over, bringing in a new cast of characters to play it out with you. But that gets old, and wouldn't you rather break that cycle? The most common reason for this is simply because there's something coming up for you to clear. It most probably has nothing to do with the other unfortunate person you are blaming, other than they just happen to be in the space that triggered you. There are many possible triggers. They can be like your age, similar incidents, place, etc., and we can check into that as well. So when this happens, it's most likely due to a limiting belief or program that you've stored in your subconscious mind. And more importantly, it's the discordant energies, the emotional energies that you stored in your subconscious mind during a time of traumatic experience, such as fear, anger, grief, guilt, shame, injury. These programs can be from this lifetime, childhood, or even before that. During a session, we can quickly identify this root cause, when it was created, who was involved, and most importantly, what discordant emotions and energies you stored and where. You know, the whole idea of peeling away the layers of an onion. With your clearing session, we can expedite the process and locate and remove the initial seed cause or reason for this pattern. In other words, we dissolve the center of the onion, taking it back to the point of creation and clearing that. Once we remove the center of that onion, all the layers then dissolve. They no longer have a reason for being there. I think that's enough to bring in this video. I will go over some more information about the background of how the removing of the root, seed, and cause are done and researched, and analogies to help understand that at another moment. So please see the other videos for more information. Of course, whatever you heal on the energetic level will affect the physicality, because that is actually the first place where the changes take place, right? And the discordants come in the energetic level, and then they start to affect the physicality. So we kind of back up that process, back engineer it. And I spoke mostly about emotional issues during this video, but of course the overflow would be into the physical side. More on that later. HeartBridge has 3 levels of potential solutions for life: Plasma Water Solutions, Clear Life Solutions, and Homestead Solutions. For the Plasma Water Solutions, find us on Etsy for user-friendly plasma water technology. I have great gratitude for your willingness to consider co-creating an experience with me, and for trusting me to be part of your rebalancing. As you may know, we both end up clearing what comes up during a session. As we expand our consciousness, we emanate more of our light, which in turn influences everyone around us. Also, the empowering changes you are choosing to make will overflow into your lineage, the grid, the planet, and all of humanity. See my website at hblifesolutions.live for more information and to schedule an appointment. Or if you just want to discuss what type of a session would be appropriate for you and a place to start, just get to know each other, please feel free to schedule one of my free consultation times.